College football primetime presented by Ram Trucks. Why wait for the weekend? Week 7 of the college football season starts tonight. Weekday CUSA is back, and tonight we're in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, as the Blue Raiders of Middle Tennessee welcome Conference USA and FBS newcomers, the Missouri State Bears. Hi again, everybody. Clay Matvick alongside former All-American quarterback at Missouri, Chase Daniel. Victoria Arlen will be down on the field tonight. Well, starting tonight, there is going to be college or pro football every day until the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. What a great time to be alive.
49 consecutive days of football. It's the best time of the year. It's starting to feel like fall. They're selling apple cider in the concession stands. Yeah. It's the best time of the year.
Well, Missouri State is transitioning this season to the FBS, and they've got a talented quarterback in Jacob Clark. He's a veteran. He's very good, but he's a game-time decision tonight because of a knee injury suffered in the last game.
Yeah, look, Jacob Clark is their leader, as you can tell, 17 consecutive starts at quarterback. He's got NFL potential, and a left knee injury really hurt their chances of playing tonight. It looks like he's going to be the freshman Deuce Bailey.
And if Deuce Bailey is indeed the guy to start this game, it will be the first of his career, and he is an entirely different quarterback than Clark.
Absolutely. He's a true dual-threat quarterback, and when you look at the film, there is some stuff that really stands out. He's almost unsackable. Look, Clay, this is in high school, okay? 10 months ago, and now we're here on Wednesday night. It could be and will be his first start of his career, and just elusive, slippery. I mean, he looks like Kyler Murray running the football. Pretty poor ball security by him, just swinging the ball around, but he's really hard to bring down, especially for an offensive line that has struggled this year, giving up sacks. He brings a little bit hope. Now, he can also throw the ball too. He struggled a little bit in the intermediate areas, but you see here a really nice touchdown pass in the red zone. It's going to be interesting to see how they deploy him tonight.
So to be a true freshman, most likely, against a guy who's been around for a while. Nick Vattiato making his 36th career start tonight for Middle Tennessee. Certainly experience favors the Blue Raiders at quarterback. Deuce Bailey, he's going to need some help tonight. And for more on that, here's Victoria.
Guys, it's a big task for an 18-year-old who just graduated high school a few months ago, but Deuce Bailey is surrounded by support from his teammates, including QB Jacob Clark, who has been mentoring him in practice, and we expect him to do the same on the sidelines, as well as Cash Hudson, who actually told Deuce Bailey, he told him, look, we got your back, Deuce, okay? We will protect our butts off and try and help you go. These are just a few examples of the support that the young QB has surrounding him on and off the field.
All eyes on the quarterbacks tonight. Weekday CUSA, year 3 of this in this conference, making weekdays fun again. Bears and the Raiders coming up next. Just a beautiful Wednesday night, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, about 40 minutes south of Nashville for Missouri State and Middle Tennessee. Derek Mason now in his second year as head coach at Middle, 56 years old, former Vanderbilt head coach, of course. After getting fired at Vanderbilt, spent some time at Auburn, 1 year at Oklahoma State, and even 1 year with us in the booth at ESPN.
Hey, look at him, looking spiffy.
We drove him back to the sidelines, obviously, and now 4-13 at Middle Tennessee. He says he likes this team, but obviously they've been beating themselves, hoping to see cleaner football starting tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You want to pay attention to attention to detail this year. That's something that they've lacked in the first few games. Obviously, you see right there the record of 4-13. Hadn't had the type of success that he's wanted, but he's energized. He feels good about this game.
And the young Ryan Beard in his 3rd year at Missouri State, 36 years old, 5th youngest head coach in the FBS. And he replaced his father-in-law, Bobby Petrino, before the 2023 season. And he's trying to do more with less as they make this transition from the FCS.
Even though he's really young, he believes in hard work. He needs to have his guys work hard at practice during the week, and so they can be successful in a game.
The only other meeting between these two programs, 1986. Both teams were in 1AA at the time, and Middle Tennessee won that game in Springfield.
Hey, that's the year I was born, Clay.
You're not that young, are you?
86. Turned
Really?
39 yesterday. How about that?
Happy birthday.
Well, thank you very much.
Why did you keep that a secret? I would have brought you a cake or something. What an absolutely gorgeous night. 71 degrees, some wind coming out of the north end zone. And with these two teams that like to throw the football around a ton, that may be a factor from time to time. So Missouri State won the toss. They deferred. And we'll see Vattiato and the Blue Raiders offense first, but it's kicked out of bounds. Off the foot of Yusuf Obeid, the sophomore from Dearborn, Michigan. So a penalty right out of the gate.
Number 36. Ball be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
So excellent field position for Vattiato and the Raiders. He is savvy. He is tough. I mean, we've talked to this guy. He's a calm veteran, and he has played a lot of football.
Yeah, he's their leader out there. He does really well in the RPO game. That's something that coaches told us early in the week. So look for them to get going. Their run game hasn't really handled the situational football really well, but look for him to get the RPO game going early.
Sophomore running back Jakail Middlebrook will start in the backfield with Vattiato, and he's going to get his first carry. Bounces to the outside, coming to the near sideline. Good run, and that's going to be a first down carry for Middlebrook. Sophomore out of Atlanta. He's been the workhorse for this running back room.
Yeah, he is easily the best player on offense. He's dynamic. They want to get him at least 20 touches in the game. He's their true workhorse, you know, coming into the game, 64 yards a game, not very much, but they had 155 last week. He's a big reason for that.
Yeah, 83% of their running game. That's a high percentage.
Yeah.
And the running back room finally getting back to health, probably the healthiest it's been since fall camp. A couple of freshman running backs, DJ Taylor and Austin Clemens, back to support the run game tonight. So approaching midfield on the opening series for Middle Tennessee. And it's Middlebrook again, now looking to the other sideline. Another good run, but a flag down behind the play. And penalties have plagued both of these programs throughout the year.
Number 13. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Rory Bernard, our lead official tonight. 19 penalties the last two games for Middle Tennessee.
And both these teams, they really beat themselves. I mean, you talk to both coaches and they're like, we can't beat ourselves. We can't beat two opponents, the person we're playing and ourselves. So not what you want to do after two really good runs, moving back on the sticks.
So it backs it up to the 37-yard line. First down and 20 now. Vattiato cocks his arm, fires. Caught at the 41 by A.J. Jones. Arizona transfer. Making his first start of the year. He'll tiptoe out after that short pickup. The offensive coordinator is Bodie Reeder, and they pass about 70% of the time. I mean, it's a big number there, too. And it's the second highest pass-to-run ratio in the FBS.
I mean, 70%. That is a lot. And that's why they got the run game going last week. They can't be one-dimensional.
Cam Lacey goes in motion. Play fake. Rolling out. Vattiato throws on the run. It is caught. Nice move, and ducking inside the 45 is Lacey, who has worked his way into the starting lineup for Middle Tennessee here in recent weeks. Kanye Young, the playmaking linebacker, gets out there to make the stop.
And this is exactly what offensive coordinator Bodie Reeder told us they wanted to do. Get Cameron Lacey the football, get Vattiato on the run, on the move. They feel really comfortable in this sprint out type game. But going back to Cameron Lacey, he beat out Miles Butler in the game last week for a nice starting decision right here.
Third down and 2, and it's going to be a first down run for Middlebrook and much more. Now they're getting Jakail Middlebrook greased up here early, coming off his first career 100-yard game, and already has Middle Tennessee deep in the Missouri State territory, marked out at the 28.
Going a little tempo here. They usually don't do it, but I like it. Catch the Missouri State Bears off guard.
Middlebrook again. This time he's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Middle Tennessee really looking for a fast start tonight, Chase. It played from behind the last 3 games, and they're really not built to play from behind.
No, and this is a fast break style offense. I mean, this is what they're built on, speed and space. You're going to see them spread it out. They want to run it. They want to throw it. But they got to be much better in the red zone. They've had red zone issues all year long, scoring touchdowns.
Middlebrook and stacked up. That's Jared Bird-Lloyd, the middle linebacker, playing the best ball of his career right now. And here comes third down again. And third down has been a real problem for Middle Tennessee, just 28% on the year. And this is 3rd and 11.
No sacks right here. You're on the edge of field goal range. Your kicker, they feel really good about. But like you said, this has been their sort of Achilles heel, one of the worst in the nation in third down.
Yeah, they're already closing in on Jacob Hathaway field goal range. Vattiato feeling the pressure, and he's going to slide ahead. Stopped at the 27-yard line to bring up 4th down. Just a 2-yard pickup for Vattiato. He can run when he has to, but obviously known more for his arm. Plays it conservative up the middle to set up the field goal attempt.
Not his game at all, and you're going to watch pressure off the right side. Nice job by Middlebrook picking it up, but number 17, Devon Townley Jr. gets him out of the pocket. Good job not taking a sack there, staying there in field goal range for a guy they really like.
Yeah, Jacob Hathaway, 6'4" soccer player from Wales. First year of college football. This from 45 yards. And he got it. Not a great kick, but it's a 3-pointer that puts Middle Tennessee on the board first tonight here in Murfreesboro. Middle Tennessee gets 3. Missouri State has had the lead in every single game this season. To start, but they're going to be playing from behind here early as Jacob Hathaway hits from 45 yards. Kind of a little 9-iron. We saw him hitting from 60 pregame.
Yeah.
That one barely went over the crossbar.
Yeah, he can hit from 63 according to coach. He took out his sand wedge. He didn't use the driver, but it still counts as 3 points through the uprights.
And now the true freshman kickoff specialist, Balin Woodman out of Janesville, Wisconsin. We'll put this one in the air, end over end kick, and this is returnable for Dash Luke, speedy senior from New Orleans. Across the 20, and then he is hammered up around the shoulder pads at the 24-yard line. There is a flag, not near the 35.
Both kickoffs. Flags, huh? Not a great start for both teams who have struggled with penalties.
There's no foul on the play. First down.
Now they're going to pick it up, and we move on.
Never mind.
So Deuce Bailey, true freshman out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. His first career start. Gotta imagine there's some butterflies for this young man tonight.
I remember my first career start. I couldn't see straight. I almost blacked out before the first snap. But once you get some plays underneath your belt, and once you get hit for the first time, you settle in. Expect him to do that here today.
He'll start out of the gun. Shamari Lawrence, his running back, will take the toss, and a good run on first down. Anthony Bynum gets to him, the defensive end, to make the tackle, but not before they'll move the chains. Lawrence has been the Bears' leading rusher in all 5 games.
He's explosive. You saw it there, deceptive speed, and you're going to see right here on the ball, empty, spread it out. This is something coaches told us this week that Deuce Bailey feels really comfortable with, to give him a feel, and so we can see the entire field.
They move it out to the 35, first down. Deuce Bailey feeling some pressure, and he's sacked for the first time tonight. Reggie Johnson getting home. And that is the 20th time that a Bears quarterback has been sacked this year.
And we thought it would be a little bit different with dual threat quarterback Deuce Bailey, but the pocket just sort of collapses on him. I mean, 10% of the time, for this Bears team. When they drop back, they are getting sacked. We felt coming into the game that this dual threat quarterback and Bailey could help them with that. Not early right here.
Tied for the third most sacks allowed in the FBS. And now run out to the 30-yard line for Shamari Lawrence. Protecting a quarterback, that's just going to be imperative tonight with the freshman back there. And they're down 2 starters on that offensive line. Christian Loaiza, Hudson Lillibridge are out. You can see the sacks taken per dropback. It's extremely high.
That is an extremely high number, exactly like you said. And getting into 3rd down and long right here, you got to be able to protect your quarterback. Don't put the ball in his hands to make some irrational decision. You got to make good decisions with the football.
And that decision nearly cost Bailey. It's going to be out of bounds. Parker Hughes in coverage. And Bailey just kind of threw it up for grabs.
A little bit of nerves right here. The 93 comes right through, and then actually really nice job of him getting the ball. You got to get it, make sure you throw it into the stands. That's what coaches used to say. Don't give the defense any chance, but 3 and out right there. Got to calm the nerves, take a deep breath on the sideline, talk to offensive coordinator Nick Petrino.
Stuart McDonald on to punt for the first time. Jaquel Middlebrook calling for the fair catch inside the 25. 8:39 to go, opening quarter. CUSA on this Wednesday night.
The College Football Primetime is presented by Ram, official sponsor of the College Football Playoff, and in part by Popeyes. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
The Stephen and Denise Smith Student Athlete Performance Center here at Johnny Red Floyd Stadium. This place is looking good, has new turf. Let's go down to Victoria for more on this.
It just opened this year, guys, and it is a $66 million athletic facility. And when we talked to Coach Mason, he said, talking that it was crazy, you know, that spending 16 months in a press box, and now it is just a game changer for the student athletes, and it really showcases what they're all about here.
Yeah, when we talked to Derek Mason this week, he was all fired up.
That's nice. That looks really nice.
Yeah, spanking new. Second series for Middle Tennessee, and a good play on first down to the tight end, Hunter Tipton. The senior gets it out to the 44, but we'll see if it's coming back. Another flag.
Gosh.
Ineligible player downfield. Offense, number 55. 5-yard penalty, first down.
So a 23-yard gain goes for naught. That penalty on Mateo Guevara, the center.
Guevara is going to be right here just a little bit early. This is the RPO we were talking about. I mean, he's downhill. It's really hard on offensive linemen because it's a run or a pass. I mean, they're blocking like run, but just got to hold your horses right there.
So now they back it up to the 17. And Vattiato's going to keep it for a couple. The O-line has been a mess, Chase. So the starting center, Marcus Miller, out. He was injured this past week at practice, so Guevara moves from left guard to center. And making his first career start, true freshman Otto Jansa van Rensburg. He's at left guard tonight. So they're trying to find some chemistry up front.
It's their 5th different offensive line combination this year. There's been 0 consistency. They actually had the most starts out of any offensive line last year, and now just been really difficult.
Vattiato throws again. This one's complete. Caught at the 25. Forward progress now close to the 30 for Tipton. Good to see Tipton out on the field. He took a scary hit at Kennesaw State in the last game. Had to leave. And good to see him out there because it was touch and go in that ball game for a while. He was down on the field for a long time.
Yeah, it was a scary, scary situation, but he's their top tight end. He's their top receiving threat for sure. And in 3rd and 3, I mean, it's man-to-man coverage across the board. If you like Hunter Tipton in the slot,
they're down at 3, they're throwing, and it's high, incomplete. intended for Cam Lacey. Bird Lloyd, the linebacker, great coverage. So it's 4th down.
Yeah, really nice coverage. They started Cam Lacey in the backfield, motioned him out to the number 2 receiver to the field, and you get the matchup on the middle linebacker, Bird Lloyd. But Bird Lloyd does an extremely athletic job of covering their best receiver. They really like this Bird Lloyd guy. I mean, Mike linebacker, good size, really moves well. Impressive coverage ability, though, right there.
Missouri State allowing 6.5 yards per play defensively, so hasn't been a great year on defense, but they're going to get the football back. Fair caught by Dash Luke at the 34-yard line after that 37-yard punt. Missouri State, located in Springfield, Missouri, second largest university in that state, over 25,000 students, making the transition from the FCS after an 8-4 year last year in that ferocious Missouri Valley Football Conference. John Goodman and Kathleen Turner, a couple of Hollywood stars, went to Missouri State. Former Phillies great Ryan Howard also went there. Phillies at the Dodgers tonight in the playoffs. True freshman Deuce Bailey, first career start, gets rid of it. That's incomplete. Contested along the sideline. Brendan Harris, Abdul Muhammad in the coverage.
Really nice job escaping the pocket right there. I mean, they're going to have a hard time protecting Deuce Bailey, but he escapes. It's man-to-man coverage. I expect a lot of that tonight from Middle Tennessee State. They play more man than really anyone in the country. It keeps the quarterback inside the pocket.
2nd and 10. They'll go back to the ground, and Shamari Lawrence, maybe 2 yards. Reggie Johnson wraps him up. Defensive coordinator Brian Stewart had to prepare for 2 totally different quarterbacks. What was that like for Middle Tennessee?
Well, you have 2 different call sheets. You have a call sheet for Jacob Clark, who's a pocket passer. You want to play more of a bigger defensive line to help with the run. And then you have a call sheet for Deuce Bailey, who runs around a lot. So you need really fast defensive linemen. So he's got the call sheet, and he's doing a really good job right now keeping Deuce in the pocket.
Trying to convert on 3rd down and 8, and that will be a 1st down out to the 49-yard line. Nice play. Catch made by Ron L. Johnson, the reliable junior from McDonough, Georgia.
And they tried to trick the freshman quarterback. He catches it with one hand, and he throws a little option route to Ron L. Johnson, somebody who's going to have to step up tonight without Jamari Robinson in. Number 0, their second best receiver, so look for a bigger role for Ron L. Johnson. But you got that first completion out of the way. Now you're calm. You're moving the ball down the field. I like it.
After the pickup of 15 yards, 1st down from the 47. Bailey has time, throws, it's batted down at the line, incomplete. Well, that defensive front, which has been the strength of this defense, knocks it down.
Deuce Bailey, barely 6 foot tall. Anthony Bynum goes and gets a hand on it, and you see DeVonta Smith right there, explosive. He plays in the backfield, but a little surprised right now from the Missouri State offense. This looks like an offense that Jacob Clark was ran. They're just dropping Deuce Bailey back. Wonder if they're going to get to some more RPO game as this game unfolds.
Fake the jet sweep, and Bailey is wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of 2 as Reggie Johnson, who's had an active first quarter, gets in to force a 3rd down and 12.
There's that RPO game, sort of a zone read with the jet sweep, and you're reading the end man on the line. They had a bunch of guys for Dash Luke, but here you go and empty again at the line of scrimmage, understanding Nick Petrino what they're going to do defensively. Nick Petrino said they really like to get this guy an empty.
Bailey on the crossing route, stumbling down well short of the line to gain Ron L. Johnson. Transfer from Stetson, so it's going to be 4th down, and we'll see what Ryan Beard decides to do on the plus side of the field.
Looks like they're going to go for it. This is sort of the no-man zone between the 40s. 4th and 6 or less. Oh, they're not with the true freshman. Usually 4th and 6 or less in the no-man zone, it's a go. It look like they're going to punt it away here, though. play the field position game.
Second punt for Stuart McDonald. Nobody back to return for Middle Tennessee. They're just going to let it bounce. And it's going to take a nice Bears roll to about the 8-yard line. There's a 40-yard punt for McDonald. Well, here's our Saturday SEC on ABC college football triple header. Number 8, Alabama. Number 14, Missouri at noon. Chase Daniel has a vested interest in that one. Then the 121st Red River rivalry game in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Oklahoma and Texas, 7:30 Eastern. And number 10, Georgia squaring off against Auburn at Jordan-Hare. SEC all day presented by IHG Hotels and Resorts.
You know, Missouri hasn't beaten the Crimson Tide since 1975. We owe them, Clay.
I know you like how Perbula, the quarterback, is playing. Bo Perbula, the transfer from Penn State. Backed up, Middle Tennessee. Vattiato thrown from the end zone, gets it off. Tipton, and boy, that is a collision along the sideline. Jalen Brooks, the middle linebacker, with his hair on fire.
RPO, he's just coming right here, puts his head on the football, fumble, gets that right arm in there, and man, they got lucky for it to go out of bounds. Always going for the football. Jalen Brooks, 5'11", 230 pounds. Nice play right there.
Missouri State trying to get back to forcing takeaways. They forced 7 in the first 4 games, none in the loss to Western Kentucky about 10 days ago. So now 2nd and 10. Handoff, Middlebrook. Man, he's running hard up the middle, and that's going to be a first down out to the 22 for Middlebrook.
Middlebrook right up the middle, breaking tackles, already with 5 carries tonight for 28 yards, and you know, for 5'10", 196 pounds, dude is strong.
That's a gain of 15. Christian Ford nicked up on the play for Missouri State. There you see the rushing yards per game, first 4 games, but 155 for the Blue Raiders against Kennesaw State, and Middlebrook had 109 of those and a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, he is their bell cow for sure. 20-plus touches a game, coaches tell us.
Well, this is not good. Christian Ford, strong safety. He is down. And this is a defense that is without one of its better defensive backs for the rest of the season. Captain J.J. O'Neal surprisingly announced he was redshirting this past week. So they've got to keep everybody healthy. And this is good that he is getting off the field under his own power.
Christian Ford right in the middle of your screen, as you can see, and sort of gets whipped there by the defensive lineman. Hope he's all right.
Nick Vattiato, last time out, 285 yards passing at Kennesaw State, no touchdowns. Had a bad red zone interception. He has been plagued by bad decisions from time to time. Trying to limit the mistakes tonight. That one is tipped. And behind the tight end, lands incomplete, 2nd down. As Tony Mitchell, key man off the edge in this defense, got a hand on it.
Yeah, Mitchell Tony stays home, understands, hey, it's a little bit of a naked route right here, gets his hands up, and that's what they're trying to do offensively. Move the pocket with Vattiato. It's something that I believe he needs to do more of is throw the football down the field. A lot of underneath throws, so a lot of defenses have been setting on them and sitting on them. That's why the run game was so good last week.
2nd and 10, play action, Vattiato to the outside. That is caught by Najee Cox. First time we've mentioned his name tonight. He's the go-to receiver. And a 3rd down after that 7-yard pickup. Cox averages 14 yards per catch, 4th most in Conference USA, but quiet up till now.
Yeah, he's their best guy. He's the X receiver, which means you play into the boundary, so he gets one-on-one most of the time. I look for him to have a huge game tonight against this secondary for Missouri State, who plays a lot of man-to-man. And as you can tell here, man-to-man coverage. looking in the slot, one-on-one for a nice little option route, which they like.
4 receivers, 2 to either side. And another one may have been tipped, intended for Cam Lacey. 4th down. So I don't know, Vattiato just not seeing it through the offensive and defensive front.
Yeah, and it's exactly what they do. They go to the slot to Cameron Lacey, and it doesn't look like it gets tipped. It just looks like it's a bad throw. But Cameron Lacey starts out, goes in exactly where they want to work, the middle of the field with these option routes. Just haven't been super accurate tonight for Vattiato.
Ashton Logan, the transfer from Oklahoma. And Dash Luke calling for the fair catch out across the 35-yard line. Another penalty flag down. Man, these kicks have not been clean. And so Rory Bernard and his crew coming together. That's going to go against Missouri State. At least the way he's pointing.
Yeah, trying to figure out if they're accepting it or not.
Illegal formation. Offense. 5 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Okay, so illegal formation.
Trying to see if they're going to re-kick or not. That's the conversation on the sideline.
The 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the kick. 1st down.
Okay, so they're just going to spot the ball at the 40-yard line. That's where Missouri State will go to work. Now, Missouri State, one of 2 new members in Conference USA, along with Delaware. Out to a 2-3 start, looking for their first conference win, and they've got a true freshman quarterback in Deuce Bailey, playing for the injured Jacob Clark tonight. Dash Luke in motion. Bailey fakes the toss, now in trouble. And he's going to be hit as he throws. It's going to go to the sideline, incomplete. Bailey has been under a lot of pressure. 2nd down.
Absolutely, and this defense for Middle Tennessee State's doing a really nice job just staying in their pass lanes, not getting too much out of it. And DeMonte Smith does a good job. I'm telling you, this guy is super elusive, Deuce Bailey, and there's just nowhere for him to go. And that was the problem, I think, with Middle Tennessee's defense this year is they give up way too many explosives, and they did a really poor job of setting edges.
First carry for Marone Green. It's just a yard for the former walk-on. 3rd down. And 3rd down, as we said, it's been an Achilles heel for Missouri State. Staying in those manageable 3rd downs, so key for this group. It's really been a problem, and this is a 3rd down and 9 for Nick Petrino's offense.
Yeah, and once again, we're seeing empty. We're seeing spread it out so the freshmen can see it.
Deuce Bailey throws, and good adjustment. Did he make the catch? Yes. Ron L. Johnson got his hands under it. He's been targeted 3 times tonight. That's a catch of 10 and a 1st down into plus territory.
And a really nice catch because the ball's a little low, but Ronald Johnson just goes up and turns right at 10 yards at the sticks. They've been playing man-to-man against them, daring Deuce Bailey to throw the football. Starting to get a little bit under control. He was a little nervous to start.
Back to the ground, and Ramon Green. Green from Nixa, Missouri, about 12 miles south of the campus in Springfield. No gain as DeMonte Smith made that stop, and he heads to the sideline.
He's been all over the place
yeah, he's
tonight.
Been very active.
Already came in with 6 tackles for loss in this game. Already has 2 or 3, and only had 5 tackles for loss last year.
Final 15 seconds of the opening quarter here in Murfreesboro. Dash Luke motions back into the backfield, and it will be Bailey with a hole up the middle. Big run inside the 35. Takes a hit at the 34, but a good way for Deuce Bailey to end the opening quarter of his first career start. 15-yard pickup. The only points in the quarter, Jacob Hathaway, a 45-yard field goal. Weekday, CUSA is back. 3-0 Blue Raiders after one.
Tennessee State, they lead 3-0. I'm here with Coach Beard. Coach, you had the quarterback question all week. Deuce Bailey made his official start as a true freshman. How were you able to prepare the young quarterback all week and the team?
Yeah, we were lucky enough to have a little bit of a longer week. So we got a few more reps doing what we want to do with Deuce. We got to settle him in. You know, he's a young kid trying to come out here and do a little too much early. Settle in, make your progressions, and go from there.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Victoria, thank you. Shamari Lawrence on that carry on first down, gets 7. There is Jacob Clark, 7th-year senior. He spent a lot of time mentoring Bailey the last 11 days. What a career he has had. He's a captain, but tonight all he can do is be on the sideline with a headset after that knee injury last game. And now Bailey gets hit hard in the backfield. Sacked at the 31-yard line by Christopher Noble. His first career game. He's been out with an injury. He's in there with Parker Hughes, number 9.
Middle Tennessee is swarming quarterback Deuce Bailey. It's an RPO. They're trying to throw a slant behind it, but you see number 9, Parker Hughes, gets in to the window, and Chris Noble, who's back from injury, comes back with a nice sack. 3rd and 7. Big down, right? You're in field goal range. Do not take a sack as a freshman quarterback. Ball has to come out of your hands quickly.
Second sack tonight for this Middle Tennessee defense. 3rd down, incomplete. Well covered. Muaz Byard, the linebacker, getting out in pass defense. And it's 4th down.
And Bailey's just locked on to his first read right there, and you see Petrino talking to him. It's just an out route by Ronell Johnson, who's being covered by a linebacker. It's a nice throw, but a better play by Byard there, and nice job not taking a sack, though.
Yusuf Obeid, FCS All-American last year, will set up for a 48-yard attempt, as long as 49 this year. And timeout called for. Missouri State is going to spend a timeout. You can see Ryan Beard not extremely happy with the situation right now. They didn't have the right number of players on the field, so he had to call a timeout. So Muaz Byard just made that play from his linebacker spot. There's his brother Kevin, former Blue Raiders star, here now with the Chicago Bears. 3rd-round pick of the Titans back in 2016. 2-time Pro Bowler. Middle Tennessee's had some terrific players over the years, and Byard, his number is retired here.
Kevin is a legend here. He's played a long time in the NFL. He's a super nice guy, too.
48 yards for Obeid, trying to tie it up. Out of the hold of Stuart McDonald. Kick long enough, and it is no good. Pushed it. And Missouri State can't get on the board. Kick off your Week 6 NFL Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern, with the Countdown crew on ESPN and the all-new ESPN app. We were talking about Byard, a couple other studs that played here at Middle Tennessee.
I didn't realize Reed Blankenship from the Philadelphia Eagles played here. He is a baller. That's pretty cool. They got some guys now.
Middle Tennessee, 4th possession. They start from their own 31. Nick Battiato, 5 of 8 passing, 37 yards. Offense for both teams, hard to come by so far. And this is Ja'Kale Middlebrook out of the backfield. Excellent receiving running back. Averages almost 6 targets per game. That's tied for most in the FBS by a running back.
Yeah, it's the 3rd best receiver, talking to the coaches, and he's the 3rd most targeted receiver. They felt like they gave him the football on the ground too much. So right there, you motion him to empty, throw him a little hitch. Second and manageable. I like it.
6-yard pickup. And now they go back to the traditional use of Middlebrook on the ground. Nothing there. On the outside, McGuire Neal shut that down quickly. First year with the Bears after a couple at Charlotte. So now here's a 3rd down and 4. And defensive coordinator L.D. Scott hoping to get this team off the field here. He tries to keep this defense simple here so they can play fast.
Yeah, and you're going to see very simple on 1st and 2nd down. 3rd down is where you see them walked up. There's 5 guys at the line of scrimmage to try to cause a little bit of confusion, but it's just man-to-man. Like, we're going to play our defense better than you're going to play your offense.
Bad snap. Battiato lost it. Falls loose, and Missouri State recovers. Jalen Brooks recovers the loose football, and it's a turnover, first of the night. Great field position now for the Bears.
And it's a new center, Mateo Guevara. Just a bad snap through the center of your legs and just hits his butt with it before it goes. It goes flying. Battiato can't get into it, but nice job recovering it. That's that center quarterback exchange where if you have a new center who hasn't played a lot, he's up there calling protections, he's calling plays like that, and just, you know, crucial turnover right there.
8th takeaway for Missouri State this season. And what a gift for the true freshman quarterback Deuce Bailey and this offense. Just 54 yards of offense so far. Now trying to turn the turnover into points. Bailey throwing to the end zone, has a receiver wide open, but out of the reach of Dash Luke. And Luke can move, but too much heat on that one as Shakai Woods was bearing down on Bailey.
And there's nothing crazy about this. You're going to see Dash Luke right there. He's going to run just straight up through the middle of the football field. And he's getting pressured, Deuce Bailey is, but you want this one back. Number 98, Shakai Woods, comes in and hits him, but this is something that you can make in your sleep. There's a little bit of nerve still for this young quarterback.
Dancing around. Got it to Luke. Luke finds room, comes to the near sideline. Runs into a defender at the 5, 1st down and goal to go. How about that improv by Deuce Bailey?
Oh my gosh, and you're watch the 2 guys run into each other. They're going opposite ways. The quarterback has no idea what to do and then says, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna look at the sideline. What does coach say? Throw it to Dash Luke. And then a huge play on a broken play. That was not supposed to happen, Clay.
I gathered that.
Oh my gosh.
18 yards.
What are we doing?
1st and goal. And now just a race to the pylon, touchdown. That's what makes Deuce Bailey so dangerous, his feet. 2 plays back to back, keeping a play alive for a completion. And then just winning the race to the corner.
Explosive run, just a zone read. Number 46, Reggie Johnson, comes down too much. And I mean, he's got elite speed, Deuce Bailey does. And look, carrying the ball up around your head, that's why I said he reminds me of Kyler Murray. Coach Beard was not happy with the ball security.
Here's Obeid for the extra point. Didn't look good off the foot of Obeid, and it misses. First career rushing touchdown for Deuce Bailey, turning that mistake by Middle Tennessee into 6. And Missouri State playing from in front for the first time tonight. Next WWE event, the 7th annual Crown Jewel for the first time down under in Perth, Australia. Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern. John Cena continuing that retirement tour, plus the men's and women's Crown Jewel championships on the line. Stream it exclusively on the ESPN app.
John
Tori
Cena.
Arlen down on the field. He's Chase Daniel. I'm Clay Matvick. I know you're a huge wrestling fan.
Now you see me, now you don't.
Yeah.
John Cena. He follows me on Twitter, by the way.
He does.
Yeah.
Everybody
I don't
does.
think he knows that he does, but he does.
Looking for your expertise, no doubt.
Yeah, I have no idea about wrestling, but it's fun to watch.
So Obeid, who just missed that point after the touchdown, will kick it off for Missouri State, now leading 6-3. This is DJ Taylor, electric freshman. His first kickoff return tonight, first touch of any kind. But he's corralled on about the 18-yard line. And there is Jalen Brooks on the tackle. He recovered the fumble that led to the touchdown. His second fumble recovery of the season. He's been really good here in the first half. And then it was Deuce Bailey taking it in from 5 yards out for his first career touchdown to give the Bears the lead.
Yeah, a little bit spotty play by Deuce Bailey, but you get under control, you get that first touchdown under your belt. Running at least, feels good. Relax.
Bailey's got his helmet off, taking a breather. As Jaquel Middlebrook going back to work, reversing field, finding a seam up the middle. Good run for Jaquel Middlebrook. I said it before, he has been their workhorse. 18 yards on that run.
And they had him wrapped up. I mean, reverses field. Vadiato, get out of the way. Don't be blocking right there. But Aaron Alexander is now in at center.
That's the biggest play of the game for either team. Now a screen pass out to Miles Butler, and that's going to be a good catch and run for another first down. So Middle Tennessee, after struggling on its first 4 drives, starting to find some momentum here. That's a 12-yard pickup. The field goal on the 8-play opening drive, but nothing since, including that fumble that led to Missouri State points.
Yeah, absolutely. And they got a new center in Aaron Alexander, so not sure if Mateo Guevara went back to left guard or got benched, but
yeah, he's back at left guard now.
A change.
Play action. First down. Vadiato going deep. Has a receiver, and Cam Lacey hauls it in for the touchdown. 52 yards on that strike. First career touchdown for Cam Lacey, the sophomore from Toccoa, Georgia. Just like that, Middle Tennessee regains the lead.
Fireworks on a Wednesday in Middle Tennessee. Just going to take a shot down the middle of the field. You can't throw this ball any better than Cameron Lacey. We talked about he beat out Miles Butler in game last week. He had 96 yards receiving, and Vadiato, this is something I've noticed, just takes a little bit time in games to get going, but once he's going, he can throw it.
3 plays, 82 yards. Quick strike for the Blue Raiders. Weekday CUSA here in Murfreesboro. It's 10-6 Middle. Nick Vadiato and this Middle Tennessee offense finally getting it going. That 52-yard touchdown pass to Lacey, the longest pass of the season for the veteran from Plantation, Florida. And now it's 10-6. You know, we talked to Nick this week, and he said, you know, it's not about Middle Tennessee needing to work harder. It's about executing better. They've been working hard all along. It's just execution has been on.
Elite execution is what they're preached during practice. He said they had a really good week of practice, and it's showing so far tonight.
This is Dash Luke from the goal line on the return for Missouri State. He'll get across the 21 where he's hammered down.
Here's that touchdown. You talk about elite execution. It's too high safety. Come up, grab this safety, and then Cameron Lacey right through the middle of the field. You can't ask for a better throw. Play action pass. We've been asking for Vadiato to throw the football down the field. He's been too much underneath. It's exactly what we said earlier in the broadcast, and right there, Cameron Lacey the last 2 games has been his favorite receiver, a speed threat on the outside. Just a true stud. He's track speed fast.
Yeah, their fastest guy. First down and 10 now for Deuce Bailey. He has Ramon Green in the backfield with him. fakes the handoff, screen pass. That little tunnel closes quickly as James Blackstrain made the catch. Milwaukee Donaldson wraps him up quickly, maybe a yard pickup. And so now the true freshman had a short field to work with last time, resulted in a touchdown, a quick 3-play drive. Now he has a long field to work with.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to see him get running the football more. He's only carried the football 5 times for 4 yards.
He's throwing here, backpedaling, and that ball was tipped at the line by DeMonte Smith again. Number 92 has been everywhere in the first half.
And you can tell this offensive line, DeMonte Smith's right there. You can tell this defensive line has been told to get there. Sorry, he's on the bottom. To get his hands up, because this is a shorter quarterback, and sometimes you don't want to rush by the quarterback when you're defensive lineman versus a short quarterback. You want to get your hands up, and they've already deflected 2 or 3 passes tonight.
Yeah, Bailey 6 foot. Jacob Clark, their regular starting quarterback, 6'5". Big difference. Trying to convert for the 3rd time on 3rd down, and they do it. That's a strike over the middle for the first down. Isaiah McMorris, his first catch of the night.
And a nice job by Deuce Bailey buying a little bit of time, and Isaiah McMorris just settles right in the middle of the zone versus this 2 safety look, which is where you want to attack. Nice job on 3rd and long.
The previous play is under further review.
Converting.
Potential targeting.
Yeah, this might be looking at targeting, yep. Gain of 13 on that last play, and targeting is what they're going to be looking at here. Jamie Grant, our replay official tonight.
Oh, and this looks like it could be leading with the crown of your helmet.
Ooh, and the launch, too, it looks like.
And a possible defenseless receiver. That's number 18, Kalen Woods. It looks like he's not launching. It looks like the crown of his helmet. I mean, that is a really difficult call to make. Doesn't look like there's any malintent. It does get him right in the back, though.
Kalen Woods just coming back from an injury, missed the last game. And defensive backs have been banged up this year for Middle Tennessee. They've really struggled keeping him healthy. And we thought safeties John House and Jawan Gaston both out tonight. Here's another look.
Any forcible contact with the crown of the helmet. I don't believe they're looking at the launch. I don't know. I don't see much there.
Well, they need to keep Woods in this ball game.
Well, exactly. John House is out. Jawan Gaston's out. I mean, they are thin, as you were saying, at secondary.
We just got Woods back tonight. They got Christopher Noble back tonight, but this could be targeting on Woods. Here's the call.
After review, personal foul, targeting, defense, number 18, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down. Number 18.
See, I felt there was a launch there, and he led with the crown of the helmet on a defenseless receiver. I mean, all the indicators for targeting, I think, were there, and that's what Jamie Grant and the crew saw. And so Kalen Woods is going to be out for the rest of this ballgame.
Yeah, and I didn't see the launch as much as you. I get what you're saying, but I mean, they're trying to play football there. I get the rule; it's to protect the player. The crown of the helmet came into play, but I don't agree with it personally.
So Missouri State has the football now at midfield, first down. Bailey Fakes the handoff, rolling to the near side. He's going to keep it. Holding the football like a loaf of bread again. And he'll slide down short of the 40. Parker Hughes in pursuit. That's a gain of 7. But, I mean, ball security for Bailey, certainly an issue for the freshman.
And we saw it all film. I mean, he's just holding it with one hand. If anybody wants to swipe at it, there he is. There he is up against your chest as he's sliding. But, man, take care of that football, young guy. It's dangerous.
We were talking to Nick Petrino about that very thing this week. The offensive coordinator said, you know, we've got to get him to tighten that up a bit.
He was serious about it, too.
That's a first down carry for Lawrence. Plows ahead for 5. They'll move the chains. You know, communication with the freshman was huge this week, Chase. During practice, Nick Petrino was telling us they use the headsets. They usually don't do that during practice. As another player is down, this time it's a lineman, Justin Curtis, for Missouri State.
Hoping he's all right.
Curtis, 3rd year in the program, transfer from Wagner. He's out of Santa Clarita, California. He's a starter at right guard. Christian Loaiza, Hudson Lillibridge, couple of starters coming into the year, out for the season already. So it's been a banged-up offensive line.
It'll be their 3rd starter going down if he can't re-enter.
Well, they got him up. They're not putting a lot of weight on that left side.
Yeah, and here's a look at it. Number 70 right here. It looks like he just gets rolled up on as he's going to block. Right there, 31's leg. That's never good. Just hobbling off. Hope he's all right. Gosh.
Well, Missouri State won't play again for 2 weeks. Neither will Middle Tennessee, for that matter. So, you know, the bright side is after this game, these teams have a chance to get bodies healthy again, especially for Missouri State. You think about Jacob Clark having another 14 days before the next game. First down and 10. Lawrence in the backfield. Bailey's going to dump it off short to the tight end, and a great open field tackle at the 40-yard line by Brendan Harris, who's in his 8th year of college football.
And this is unbelievable pursuit by Brendan Harris, top left, all the way on the other side, but they're going to follow the tight end in man-to-man coverage. They're trying to set up a screen, and I'm telling you, this is a touchdown if those 2 offensive linemen can get them blocked. So a touchdown saving tackle. Lyon Holiday, they're sliding the line left.
High snap, 2nd and 11. Bailey sets in the pocket, throws over the middle. That's complete. No, dropped. And rule it incomplete. Johnson couldn't get under that one. So it'll bring up 3rd down. Let's go back to Brandon Harris. His career started at Vanderbilt in 2018 under Derek Mason. And also played at Wake Forest for a time, battled injuries the last couple of seasons, and here he is, 25 years old, in his 8th year of college football.
2018 was the start of his career. What were you doing back in 2018, Clay?
Well, it's not like television was in black and white. It's not that long ago. 3rd and 11. Sliding up, throw over the middle, complete. Tristan Gardner, the impressive true freshman, staying on his feet. Down to the 22. Gain of 17 for Gardner. Boy, they really like the young man from Dallas. And now here's Missouri State knocking on the door again.
Absolutely, the true freshman. Watch Deuce Bailey's eyes. He's going to read it from right to left. Catches the snap, 1-2, gets to his 3rd read. So quick. That's the best I've seen him actually getting through progressions and in the pocket. It looks like he's settling down a little bit as this game progresses.
Askren, the tight end, on the right side on first down. Run up the middle. Ramon Green will get a couple. So here's Missouri State back in the red zone. And, you know, punching it in for touchdowns, that at times has been an Achilles heel.
Yeah. And down here in the red zone, it just opens up a whole nother playbook because you do have a runner at quarterback, so you can run him. This is where his legs come alive. Just man-to-man cover zero, meaning no safeties deep. Take a shot.
To the end zone. Caught! What a catch! And what a throw by the freshman Deuce Bailey, Ron L. Johnson. And Missouri State goes back in front.
Deuce Bailey is settling in nicely. They saw what we saw. No safeties back. Ronald Johnson runs right by Jackson Lowe in a perfectly thrown football where you have to get it up and down in the red zone. Deuce Bailey starting the ball on back-to-back drives.
Fourth catch for Johnson. And now here's Obeid, who has already missed a couple of kicks tonight, including one PAT. But this one is right between the eyes. 13-10 Bears. Man, Johnson has been good, and Deuce Bailey, his second touchdown pass of the year.
Right in stride. And look at his reaction. He's pumped up, man. Got a touchdown on the ground. Doing the Spider-Man. Did you see that, Clay? He's doing the Spider-Man. He's throwing webs out there, man. That's sweet. Just a confidence builder, too.
So Deuce Bailey won back-to-back state championships at Bowling Green High School in Kentucky, the same high school as Ryan Beard. There's Ryan Beard back in the day, 20-some years ago, and there's Deuce Bailey. Just a season ago, 45 touchdown passes for Deuce. Only had 4 interceptions last year. And you can see as this game wears on that his confidence is really starting to grow, Chase.
Yeah, Ryan Beard told us he watched him in Pee-wee football and said this dude is going to be that guy. One of the highest recruits that Missouri State has ever gotten. And you got to imagine that relationship between the head coach and look at him. Started 3 of 9, what we expected. A little bit jittery, but has really settled in specifically in the pocket. Look, they've thrown it 17 times, which is surprising because they've only ran it 14.
Squib kick out of bounds. This has not been a good night for Obeid.
Any special teams for that matter.
So this would be great field position to start this drive for Middle Tennessee as we've had a back and forth game here in the second quarter.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
Victoria?
Guys, Obeid's initial extra point that he missed snapped a streak of 58 makes in a row.
Oh, my.
Not his night.
That's not good.
He's from Dearborn, Michigan, and right now I can't imagine the coaching staff has a ton of confidence in that young man. Middle Tennessee's going to get it out to the 40, a 5-yard catch for A.J. Jones. He is their biggest wideout at 6'3", 208 pounds. It'll be second down and 5. Vattiato again to the outside. That is complete. Another catch for Jones. A couple yards shy of the line to gain. A short third down coming up. Vattiato, of course, that big 52-yard pass play, that's about half of his passing yardage tonight. Came on that one throw to Cam Lacey.
Yeah, he's been really efficient. 10 of 13, 115 yards, but a lot at or behind the line of scrimmage, except for that bomb down the middle of the field. Interesting call here, empty on 3rd and short. Where Vattiato takes off and runs.
He's run a couple of times tonight.
Check into the right play, then too high safety look.
Let's throw all the way. 3rd down and 2. Here comes the pressure. He's hit. Vattiato stays on his feet. And stumbles ahead to the 40 for a loss on the play, but there are flags down.
You're going to see number 1, Najee Cox, not set at all, trying to get the play and is moving.
Illegal formation. 5 players in the backfield. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
First sack for this Missouri State defense tonight.
And Cox was off the ball. Need to be on right there as the X-receiver boundary, and giving the ball back to this Missouri State offense who has been rolling here in the second quarter with plenty of time left in the half, and going to get a look at a 2-minute drive for Deuce Bailey.
Ashton Logan, good boot. Excellent punt.
Nice.
And Dash Luke the fair catch inside the 10-yard line. 53-yard punt for Logan. Well, we said it before, Delaware and Missouri State, the 2 newbies in Conference USA. There's been a lot of restructuring in recent years in this league. UTEP is going to leave next year, Louisiana Tech in the short future. Neither Missouri State or Delaware can play in the Conference USA title game this year or play in a bowl game. But they can compete and win the regular season title, and that's what they're trying to do in Conference USA. By the way, Delaware and the Bears bringing the number of teams in the FBS up to 136 now.
Hey, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I remember when it was right around 100. We've added a lot of teams in recent years. That's going to be a first down pass to Makai Cope. Gain of 14 on first down for Bailey. Boy, this guy has found a rhythm.
He settled in nicely, and this is that RPO that they're reading. They're just red number 9, Parker Hughes, and just threw a slant right behind him. 3:24 left, plenty of time.
Good bounce to the outside for Shamari Lawrence, senior from Pompano Beach, Florida. And we'll see what kind of late half offense Missouri State can put together. Remember, Missouri State has the football to start the second half, a chance to double up here with the true freshman at the controls. That's a gain of 7. Second down and 3.
And Ryan Beard has been really strong about winning the middle 8. That means the last 4 minutes of the second half, or first half, and the first 4 minutes of the second half. So they have an opportunity to do that right here, but they don't want to go too fast if they don't get this on 2nd and 3rd down and give the ball back to Middle Tennessee State.
Taken off, Bailey, and he got it. First down. Good run. Gain of 5. Bears have a couple of timeouts to work with, but 20 seconds ahead of the 2-minute timeout.
And they're already at the ball. See if they can get a play. They need to get a play off before the 2-minute timeout. A little indecisiveness right here.
And they may not run one. They will not. That's going to take us to the 2-minute timeout. Deuce Bailey out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, same hometown as his head coach. First career start. Pretty good first half so far, trying to end it on a high note here before halftime. All right, Zubin, thank you very much. Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend of college football. Should be a fun finish here in the first half. And Murfreesboro, wide open receiver, caught at the 22. Tristan Gardner making his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. 69 yards on that pass. Deuce Bailey to Gardner.
Wow. Oh, my goodness gracious. You're going to see 15, the true freshman, Tristan Gardner out here. The corner just stops running. He stops going with him. He might think that he has safety help, and it's quarters, so they run a corner and they run a post, and Deuce Bailey just launches it, and then Tristan Gardner How about that? Had an OBJ-like catch last year, a one-handed catch. Deuce Bailey now with 3 touchdowns in the first half. Coming out party. Fired up.
Now they're looking at it again upstairs to see if maybe Gardner was down by contact after that catch. Here's another look.
It.
Oh, maybe that knee was down.
Yep.
That would be at the 27-yard line and take the touchdown off the board.
Yeah, definitely down.
But how about Bailey showing off that arm talent? We talked about his legs, and we've certainly seen his elusive ability.
After review, the runner's right knee was down at the 27-yard line. First down, Missouri State.
He can't believe it.
But that throw was right on the money, and no doubt we have probably under-talked his ability to throw.
Well, he only played in the second half last week, and he was running around the pocket a little nervous energy, but he settled in really nicely this game. He's willing to take shots down the football field. Now, I realize that was a blown coverage, but a minute 46 here, 2 timeouts, you're already in field goal range. You definitely want to score a touchdown, but in the back of your head, you do not want to give Middle Tennessee State the ball back. So it'll be interesting to see how offensive coordinator Nick Petrino calls this, because you have the pass game, you have the run game, you have everything open.
From the 27, first down. A couple of timeouts for Missouri State. And it'll be Bailey on the keeper. Finds a little room up the middle and gets inside the 20. A gain of 8.
Take your time here. If you're Deuce Bailey, get to the right play. No rush whatsoever.
And they really want to get it in the end zone. Obeid, the kicker, has really been struggling. Another shot at the end zone, looking for Gardner again, and well covered in the end zone. As De'Ara McDonald, transfer from Cincinnati, makes the play.
He's going back to the true freshman, Tristan Gardner. And a really nice play by McDonald. And this is what we've seen down here in the red zone. They're just playing man-to-man coverage. And more times than not, these receivers from Missouri State have beaten man-to-man coverage. And you're going to see it again. There's no safeties in the middle of the football field. It's like they're going to heat them up right here.
Missouri State's been good in the red zone tonight. Trying to strike here before the half. Bailey keeps it and pays the price. Mercy. What a hit from DeMonte Smith, who's been the MVP of the first half for this Middle Tennessee defense.
DeMonte Smith, but perplexing play call here. You get double edge pressure. They're blitzing 7. You're trying to run a quarterback counter. Would have thought they would have thrown the ball there, especially on 3rd and 2.
And so Middle Tennessee calls a timeout.
Smart.
To save some time on the clock. The Blue Raiders have 3 timeouts remaining.
And a
10 on the clock here.
And a quarterback with 37 career starts who has run plenty of 2-minute drills. But going back to that play call, they looked over, they had a play called, which probably was a different run. And then they look back to the sideline, they get another play. They know it's double-edged pressure, meaning they're blitzing 7 guys. You only have 5 to block. Usually in those situations, you call a screen, you call a quick route. They decided to keep the ball on the ground, and DeMonte Smith, he's the grown-up in that defensive line room, ruins it.
Well, Obeid has missed 2 kicks tonight, including that 48-yard field goal attempt. This will be an easier attempt from 39, just ahead of half. And that one is straight and true. Yusuf Obeid extends the Missouri State lead, but Ryan Beard's team has to settle for 3. Tristan Gardner, his touchdown taken off the board. He was ruled down at the 27. Saturday, SEC on ABC, college football triple header. What a day. Bama and Mizzou, Oklahoma and Texas inside the Cotton Bowl for the Red River rivalry. And that's not easy to say, by the way. Georgia
Red
Auburn.
River rivalry in my hometown of Dallas. That's a game I'm looking forward to. Mateer, think he's going to play?
Well, that's what Pete Thamel is reporting. And he's pushing to play. How about Ty Simpson quietly having a really good year at quarterback for Alabama? Nobody was talking about him early after the season opening loss, but now, boy, his numbers are really climbing.
He's the best pure pocket passer I've seen on film this year in the entire FBS. But you gotta give my guy Bo Pribula. I predict that Missouri is going to win that game.
That'd be an upset.
At home.
Still be an upset. And out to the 22-yard line for DJ Taylor. So Middle Tennessee has the football. Let's go back to 2007. This is the game that put you on the cover of Sports Illustrated, I believe, when you were at Missouri.
Yeah. 0-10 versus AP top 2 opponent since. That was about 15 pounds heavier than I am right now. Not a great picture, but yeah, after that week, we were ranked #1 in the country. That was a fun game. Armageddon.
Now, this game between Missouri and Alabama this weekend, first time Missouri hosting a game between two top 15 teams since 1979. It's been a while. That's a pre-chase.
Faurot Field's going to be rocking.
Complete. First down. Hunter Tipton, the tight end. Nick Vattiato, he's got an arm.
Remember, the clock stops after first downs. You got 2 timeouts. You see Vattiato saying, get set, let's go fast.
2 timeouts to work with. Vattiato over the middle. Another catch by Tipton, the senior tight end. Out to the 45. Stops the clock to move the chains. Another gain of a dozen.
This is where Vattiato's is best. At the line of scrimmage, just playing ball.
Trying to sling it again. Underthrown and nearly jumped. Knocked away. Intended for Najee Cox. That was Jordan Dunbar, the cornerback. Stops the clock, 31 seconds to go before half.
And this is where you love to have a captain in Nicholas Vattiato out on the field. He's experienced, 29, 30 consecutive starts, understands 2-minute drill timing, understands where the ball needs to go. The entire field is open. We still got 2 timeouts. You're only about 20 yards from field goal range.
Second down, sliding up, Vattiato. And he's going to take a hit from Jalen Brooks, who has been exceptional here in the half. Timeout, Middle Tennessee, with 23 seconds to go. And now, remember, we talked about this before. Jacob Hathaway has an exceptionally good leg. I mean, Derek Mason's not afraid to run him out there for a 60-yard field goal attempt. He's hit one tonight. Wasn't pretty, but it did put Middle Tennessee on the board early in this game.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to get to the 40-yard line to give him a chance, a 57-yard field goal. I mean, maybe the 42, but it's third down right here, so you're talking you got to get at least to the first down marker. 1 timeout, probably going to put it in the air. If they do get a completion past the first down marker, looking for them to go fast instead of using a timeout to try and save it if they get a little deeper.
Both of these teams trying to win their first game of the year in Conference USA. Vattiato chased, throws to the sideline. It is caught at the 37 by Cam Lacey. They've got to hurry up to the line. First down.
Going to spike it here.
Really spike it with 14 seconds left. Lacey, that touchdown. A 52-yard pass earlier in the half, and this one
really
just
nice.
Inside the sideline.
Nice concentration, though. Like when he let the ball go from the booth, I said, there's no way he's catching that. 14 seconds here. 2nd and 10. You're already in field goal range. No sacks is paramount here. They're playing an umbrella coverage on the back end, meaning do not let anything get behind us, give up the underneath.
Pressure. Battiato throws it incomplete because you could feel the heat coming around him. Hunter Tipton, the closest receiver. This will be third down with 10 seconds left. Now what do you do?
You probably have time for one more play. I feel like you can run it to get a little bit closer, maybe a draw, maybe a trap, fast-hitting play up the middle. If you're throwing it, the ball has to come out of your hands quickly. You cannot hold on to it. You only have 10 seconds. You have that timeout. The entire field is open.
Already in field goal range. Jacob Hathaway, and now another timeout. This time Missouri State's going to call it.
Smart. Want to get a feel for the formation. Try to figure out the best defense. And it's an interesting decision if you're Missouri State. Do you come up and do you play press man knowing that they are going to throw the ball short or pop a run on you, or do you continue to sit back in an umbrella coverage and give up an underneath completion to get closer to field goal range?
This defense for LD Scott, you know, all in all, when we talked to him, we say our defense hasn't played bad, save that 600 yards they gave up to USC in the season opener. For the most part, they played pretty well tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, other than the one huge pass play down the middle of the field, they've played well. And you know, they're staying in this umbrella coverage, just force guys back, try not to give up a big play.
Nick Battiato, third down, some heat again, throws down the middle, and it is caught, and they have a timeout to use, and they will get up to the line, and we'll see if,
yep, timeout.
Yeah, they got it called there after the 14-yard gain for Miles Butler.
Miles Butler just goes into the middle of the field, finds a soft landing spot. Nice job not trying to make a move after the catch, understanding that the time was running down. There was only 4 seconds left on the clock at that time, and then them banging a timeout. Excellent job, excellent situational football by Middle Tennessee State to get a try at a nice field goal from Jacob Hathaway.
So here's Hathaway, the grad student from Wales, who was a soccer player, never played college football before this year. Hit a 45-yarder into the other end zone in the first half to get Middle Tennessee on the scoreboard first. And now we'll try a 41-yard attempt just ahead of halftime. And now Missouri State uses its final timeout. Let's go down to Victoria.
Guys, what's crazy about Jacob Hathaway, the kicker, he had never kicked in a game past January. And my last semester, I was shoveling snow to try to practice to make room for kicking, and found out that Middle Tennessee was interested. The rest is history.
He's pretty good at it.
60, I mean, he can make a 63-yarder. Should be cake for him.
Trying to make a 41-yarder here to make this a 3-point game. That's how you do it. That's how you do it here in America.
Yeah.
And they're learning about football in Wales because of this guy.
Wales to Murfreesboro, huh?
Yeah. 16-13, Missouri State has the lead at the half. And Missouri State will have the football to start the second half. And there's the man of the moment, the Deuce. Deuce Bailey. His name is Deuce, but he's the #1 quarterback tonight because of the injured Jacob Clark. Not being able to play in this one. He has Missouri State up by 3 at the half. Zubin Mehenti and Trevor Manich will take you through half right after this timeout. Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. Weekday CUSA is back. And at the half, Missouri State 16, Middle Tennessee 13. We get ready to start the third quarter alongside Chase Daniel. I play Matt Vick, Victoria Arlen down on the sideline. It was a slow start for the Bears, trying to make program history tonight, trying to win their first Conference USA game. They've got a redshirt freshman quarterback making his first career start in Deuce Bailey. It took a while for him to settle in, but then 16 straight points in the second quarter.
Yeah, sort of what we expected. Deuce Bailey throwing the football, running the football, just an excellent job. Once he settled in, he was great. He moved the ball around. They did some zone read stuff. They threw the ball deep down the field, which sort of surprised me because he didn't show that last game. It just really opens up this offense.
And Missouri State's going to have it right away here to start the second half. Again, Jacob Clark, the seventh-year senior quarterback out of Rockwall, Texas, injured out with a knee injury tonight for the Bears. This is bobbled. Dash Luke had to go back for it. He'll get across the 10, and that's it. So Deuce Bailey backed up with this offense. Let's cut to the chase, Daniel. What do you got for us?
Deuce Bailey, zone read option, carrying the ball, like you said, like a loaf of bread, but gets into the end zone. And then here at the end of the half, knee was down, but this was a dime on a post ball. He's thrown the ball a lot better and more accurately than he showed in the first half of last game. He settled in nicely. He's doing the Spider-Man meme, all this stuff. The dude is absolutely balling out right now.
A couple of punts and a missed field goal on those first three drives, but then 2 touchdown drives, a field goal right before halftime. Wide open receiver. It's caught by Ramon Green out of the backfield. Up the middle. Nobody in front of him. Can they catch him? Green inside the 15 and hauled down by the shoulder pads at the 11. How about that start for Bailey and company?
Can you ask for a better start? Ramon Green Jr., he's their scat back, their receiver back. He's going to be right here. He's going to go up the seam. They run a play action. They pull the right guard, and you can't get much more open than this, but he hits him in stride. The throw is excellent. And then open space. I mean, he's the most shifty running back they have. They like to get him the football. Came into the game with 12 catches, 179 yards, and a touchdown, and almost pay dirt right there, too.
76 yards. And now they toss it out to Lawrence. And he knocked out of bounds inside the 10. Ramon Green, just an excellent pass catcher, as you talked about, Chase. He had 123 yards receiving against Marshall last month. That's their first win as a member of the FBS this season. One of their 2 wins. And now Bailey looking for room on the far sideline. And he's cut down at the 10 by Parker Hughes. Deuce Bailey was playing high school football a year ago at this time. Bowling Green High School in the state of Kentucky, and now wearing his big boy pants here tonight in a tough spot as Jacob Clark is on the sideline. They need him to be a leader, and he is. He's doing just that.
The command at the line of scrimmage is probably what I'm most impressed with. Going up, switching plays, getting to understand what defenses are showing. Big third down here.
Drop back. Pressured. Off balance, now runs again, gets to the outside, and he'll take it out to the sideline, escorted out by Byard. You know, he's made some pretty good decisions, too. In a situation like that, he could have made a mistake and thrown it across the middle, but, you know, he kept his head about it.
That's a great call, and 0 turnovers right now from 2 quarters of last game and 2 quarters of this game. So four quarters, a full game, and he has yet to turn the football over. But like you said, the decision-making, the accuracy, all that stuff has been really good.
Obeid missed just 1 field goal last year. He's already missed 5 this season. He's missed 1 tonight. This is a chip shot from 25. And he's starting to redeem himself as Missouri State tacks on 3 more to take a touchdown advantage here in Murfreesboro. Green, running back, former walk-on out of Nixa, Missouri, 76-yard catch to set up the field goal for Obeid.
You're going to see Dash Luke in the backfield go this way, and then both of these defenders are going to jump up once you pull the right guard, and then Ramon Green, 76-yard catch and run, and You know, you got to give it to Middle Tennessee State. Last 2 possessions in the red zone, they held, and that's why it's a 6-point game. But Ramon Green is, you know, coach has talked to us this week. We got to get him the football.
Fair catch, DJ Taylor. Well, tomorrow night, more weekday CUSA. Louisiana Tech at Kennesaw State. Bulldogs out to a 4-1 start, 2-0 in conference. Kennesaw State under first-year head coach Jerry Mack coming off a win over Middle Tennessee. And Jacksonville State at Sam Houston, 2 first-year head coaches there. Longtime coaching vet Charles Kelly taking over for Rich Rod and Jacksonville State. And you and I saw Phil Longo in Austin, Texas here a couple weeks ago. He replaced Casey Keeler at Sam Houston. Good to have CUSA weekday football back. Red Raiders going back to work on offense. Jakail Middlebrook, another reception for the running back. Give him 7 on first down. Let's go down to Victoria.
I spoke with Coach Mason, and he said that we needed to fix a little bit of everything, right? We needed to find rhythm. That was the key for them. But I asked what the message was for the second half, and he says it's simple. There's 30 minutes left. Let's go. Let's do what we do, but do it better.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's just a litany of errors right there, and great job reporting that, Victoria. But when we talked to him, he just said, hey, we can't play 2 opponents every week, ourselves and somebody else. And just right now, Missouri State's got them.
Timeout, Middle Tennessee State. They're first.
Interesting timeout there. 11:31. Just started the second half. They might want that one back.
Some big news for college football coming out today. Starting in 2026, there will be a one-time only transfer portal period, January 2nd to the 16th. And it's getting rid of that December timeframe that interfered with most postseason play, and it eliminates the spring window entirely. So this was big news for college football.
Absolutely. I mean, look, to have one portal, and I talked to a couple head coaches today, to have one portal, look, there's really no good time to do it, but I mean, Bo Perbula, the quarterback for the University of Missouri, he transferred before a college football playoff game because he wasn't going to be the guy sitting behind Drew Aller, and now he's leading the 14th or 15th ranked Missouri Tigers team. So just I think it's smart.
Getting rid of that second window in the spring, where players, if they're not happy where they are in the depth chart after spring practice, could transfer out, and it really would throw a wrench into a program. Some big names would jump into the portal in the spring. Now that window is gone entirely. I think that's great.
No, I think it is too. And talking to the coaches, every single one of them said it's one window. We don't have to worry about multiple windows. We don't have to do our work. We don't have to do this. And they're trying to take back some control as a university, because right now the control is with the kids. I want to get paid this much and how much, and it's frustrating from a university standpoint, but I understand it from a player side as well.
Middlebrook with a first down. Look at the transfer portal entrance. It's barely over 1,000 5-6 years ago, and closing in on 4,000 last year.
That's absurd. I mean, a 5-year growth, and you're 4Xing it.
Especially for programs like these, the mid-majors, feel like they're going to have a little bit more of an understanding what the roster is going to actually look like going into spring practice. Caught by the tight end, Tipton. And he's going to rumble out close to midfield. No, and he dropped it. He had it and dropped it. Are they going to call it a catch with a fumble out of bounds? What a break here for Middle Tennessee.
A few football moves. 1, 2, 3, yep.
Oh, yeah, he had it. That's a break for the Red Raiders. No review. Now Vattiato over the middle, and that is caught and dropped. And there's Jalen Brooks again. He was great in the first half defensively for Missouri State. Had a big fumble recovery that led to a touchdown.
But going back to the transfer portal play, I mean, every coach that we've had in a meeting this year has told us, hey, it's so hard to build a team, especially at these mid-majors and these non-Power 4 teams, because they're losing everyone. You have roster turnover. You have 60 new players every year. You're starting from scratch. You're having to develop players within the season, and that's why you're seeing all these non-conference games against lesser opponents for some of these Big 5 schools, and it's caused chaos a little bit because they can't go as in depth when they're teaching, when they're just trying to get these guys lined up.
First down run for Middlebrook. Middle Tennessee trying to mount something on offense. Down 6. They'll swing it out to Cam Lacey on his first career touchdown in the first half. That's going to be a pickup of 4. You know, most of the coaches, too, that we have talked to, you know, leading up to this announcement by the NCAA, were very positive on this type of a ruling. And now this is going to be the setup going forward for the transfer portal.
I think it's smart. And look, I was a board of representatives for the NFLPA for 8 years. And we have what is called a collective bargaining agreement between the NFL and the NFL Players Association. There's gonna have to be something like that in college to protect the players and to protect the university.
Vattiato throws it away. Kanye Young, the weak side linebacker, coming in, got right in the grill of Vattiato.
So the collective bargaining agreement states rules within the workplace. And look, these guys aren't amateurs anymore. We have Carson Beck making millions of dollars at Miami. They need protection, but the school needs protection as well. You have guys, and I know this for a fact, going back to coaches after 3 good games saying, hey, I need a raise, coach, or I'm transferring. You know, they can't do that anymore with this rule. It's just ridiculous.
3rd down and 6, slant. Kason Stokes makes the catch, but it's short of the line to gain by a couple of yards. So it's 4th down, and we'll see if Derek Mason keeps the offense on the field. It looks like he is going to go for it. They're 4 of 12 this year on 4th down. They send 4 receivers out with Middlebrook in the backfield. They're going to pass. This is what they've been doing on short yardage situations, and it's incomplete. He wanted Stokes again. And it's a turnover on downs. Another drop for Middle Tennessee receivers. They're tied for the most in the country in that category. Jordan Dunbar in on the coverage, but that should have been caught by Stokes. Well, the wide receivers have not been very reliable this year for Middle Tennessee. That drop by Kason Stokes turns it over on downs and brings up the question, you know, why isn't Middle Tennessee running the football, especially Jakail Middlebrook, the way he's been carrying it tonight, averaging over 8 yards per rush. And on 4th and 2, they throw it.
And if you know you're going to throw it on 4th down, like at least run it on 3rd down. They threw it back-to-back downs, and this is what we've seen on film. 128th in scoring offense. I mean, just sort of a microcosm of their season. And you know, you have one of the better running backs in CUSA and Middlebrook, and you decide to throw it.
Meanwhile, Missouri State keeps chewing up yards on the ground with Shamari Lawrence. That carry gives him 6 yards. That's his 8th touch. He's 40 yards on the ground tonight. Coming off a season-high 78 yards in the last game on 16 carries against Western Kentucky. Run game has done a pretty nice job helping out Deuce Bailey, the true freshman, in his first career start. Fakes the handoff. Bailey to his right, looking downfield, hops and throws, and it's out of bounds, incomplete.
And not a super efficient night accuracy-wise from Deuce Bailey. 12 of 22, but he's thrown for 230 yards on 12 completions. We saw the 54-yard post and then the 76-yard pass as well. Just been better than advertised, really settled in nicely to the game. You can see right there just commanding his offensive line. He's only 18, 10 months out of a state championship game in high school.
Bailey backpedaling, ball tipped and incomplete. There's Anthony Bynum, the defensive end, 6'3", 262. Got in the face. Quarterback and knocked it down. 4th down.
Just unblocked from Anthony Bynum right down the middle. Good job not taking a sack right there, but he had a crossing route coming open. That's the 3rd or 4th tipped pass at the line of scrimmage for Deuce Bailey. You know, we talk about Jacob Clark, he's 6'5", the starter normally. Deuce Bailey's barely 6 foot, so Middle Tennessee State, good job forcing a punt here. They get back into this football game.
First 3 and out tonight for the Bears. Good punt by McDonald. Oh. And that's going to get into the end zone. So a touchback. Middle Tennessee has it back now. Down 6. 2 Monday Night Football games for you next week. Josh Allen and the Bills taking on Michael Penix and the Falcons, 7 Eastern. And Bears Commanders coverage begins at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC.
Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, the battle of the second-year quarterbacks. I'd say the 2 that are playing the most, although Drake May beat the Buffalo Bills, second-year quarterback as well.
How about Joe Flacco?
Hey, the trade.
Now with the Bengals.
Yeah.
I like seeing those old guys. Makes me feel young again.
Said by an old guy.
That's right. That's complete on 1st down. Vattiato hits A.J. Jones for a gain of 4. Yeah, again, the run game has been pretty effective for Middle Tennessee, but, you know, when you've got an arm like Vattiato, you're going to want to use it. He's going to throw again. It's another short pass to Middlebrook. And that's just an extension of the run game. Screen for the running back, 1st down. Out to the 30.
Middlebrook, you know, we talked about him earlier. He's their best player on offense right now. 13 touches, 9 carries for 74 yards, and 3 catches for 13 yards. They want to try to get him 5 catches and over 15 carries. The way this game's going, I'd lean on him some more with all these drops that have been happening this year.
1st down. Oh, Vattiato in trouble. That's spiked into the ground. Is that intentional grounding? Kind of had that feel. Maybe the tight end was in the vicinity.
Number 82 was in the area.
Yeah, that's the case. Hunter Tipton was close enough. But boy, Mitchell Toney, number 50, just came in like a house of fire.
Yeah, just beats the right tackle on this side, just getting off late. Drops his head down, and Middlebrook tries to get over, and nice job finding the tight end. That's what you get from an experienced player at quarterback, not taking the sack, being able to dirt it and move on to the next play.
Play action, Vattiato. Deep throw, and that's tipped, intended for Butler, but Christian Ford, the starting safety, was there. And it's 3rd down.
Throw was a little bit late. Christian Ford was able to jump on it right away. It was a corner route. The throw was late. Miles Butler's open now. You got to put it on him. Got to bring him back down the hill. Thrown into the boundary in college. It's a little bit more difficult because it's shorter than the NFL hashes. The hashes are tight or wider apart, excuse me. Got to get that throw up and down.
Missouri State showing pressure. A rush just 4. Now Vattiato throws it across the middle, and it's nearly picked off by Jalen Brooks. Man, the transfer from Campbell has been everywhere tonight.
Yeah, excellent play by number 19, Jalen Brooks. They're playing 2 high safeties. Oh, you want that interception back and thrown right to you. They're playing 2 high safeties and man underneath. And a quarterback that doesn't run a lot in Vattiato. You know, everyone was covered down the field. sort of spazzed out a little bit and threw that right to Jalen Brooks.
So Middle Tennessee comes up empty on its first 2 drives of the second half. And Missouri State will have it back starting at their own 20 with 6:53 to go in the third quarter here in Murfreesboro. Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Alongside Chase Daniel and Victoria Arlen, I'm Clay Matvick. 19-13 Bears starting this drive at their own 20. Trying to win their first ever Conference USA game here on this Wednesday night. True freshman quarterback Deuce Bailey gets it off short. Nice run after the catch and tipped over. Is James Blackstrain. That's going to be a first down. Let's go to Victoria.
We got an injury update from Missouri State. As you could see, number 70, Justin Curtis, an offensive lineman. He was out. He is now officially out. He's on crutches with a boot on his left leg, and he went down pretty hard in the first half, and unfortunately we got another offensive lineman out for the Bears, guys.
Yeah, he joins Christian Loaiza and Hudson Lillibridge. That's been an area of concern here as we approach the midway point of the schedule for the Bears. Good run to the outside. Lawrence trying to get some leverage there. Got to the 40.
Number 2, Shamari Lawrence. Forced out of bounds.
It's a gain of 10. They'll move the chains again.
Yeah, really nice job from offensive coordinator Nick Petrino. 24 pass attempts, 23 rush attempts. You're not putting it all on the young freshman and just keeping this Middle Tennessee State defense off balance. They've been really good with that tonight.
Right up the middle for Lawrence again. This is the third school for Shamari Lawrence. South Dakota, FIU, and now Missouri State. Third possession here for the Bears of the half. Got a field goal. Their opening possession had to punt 3 and out in the last drive.
Did you hear the PA announcer say, hey, the Middle Tennessee State band don't play while Missouri State is at the line of scrimmage?
We have to be polite to our guests.
I've never heard that before.
Bailey being chased. Mitchell in pursuit. Got the throw away, and it's incomplete. So 3rd down and 8. Mitchell, who came in from Chattanooga, this is his first game since the season opener, and he made Deuce Bailey hurry on that one.
Yeah. 4 of 10 tonight on 3rd down. They've been in a lot of long down situations, and we've seen this empty backfield quite a bit where they go fast, they try to understand, hey, what the defense is doing, and this is the communication from offensive coordinator Bobby Petrino to quarterback Deuce Bailey. Hey, in your ear, let's get to this, let's get to that, based on what Middle Tennessee is playing.
Bailey has time, now running away, and he's going to take off, and he's not going to get there. Spun down at the 50, needed 8, got 7. As Diari McDonald, the cornerback, stepped up and made a big open field tackle to force 4th down.
That's a great open field tackle, especially on Deuce Bailey, who's really slippery, explosive as a runner. Nothing was open downfield, but nice play there.
They're going to go for it on 4th. 4 of 6 this year on 4th down.
Earmuffs, if you're the defensive line, do not jump at a hard count.
Connor Lair is the fullback. Oh, ball is loose. Fumble. Who's got it? Middle Tennessee.
What are we doing? Like, we put the quarterback under center who has been in shotgun his entire life. When you got a guy, the under center snaps, that's hard to do. That's completely different than what Deuce Bailey's used to on 4th and 2, 4th and 1. It's a fumbled snap. I don't like the play call. Put them in shotgun, spread it out, let them run it. I know they're trying to get big. 3 tight ends were in the game, but put them in pistol.
So Middle Tennessee takes over on downs. Bailey was able to get back on it, but doesn't matter. On the plus side of the field, here go the Blue Raiders. Vattiato over the middle, another tip ball. Somehow it lands in the hands of the tight end, Evan Potiker, for a gain of 5. Boy, that was a fortunate deflection for the Blue Raiders.
4 straight passes going back to last series. Tipped ball here. He's not the biggest guy. He's 6 foot. Got lucky it landed in them, but get Middlebrook going.
Yeah, the last series, they had 5 plays, did not run it once.
It's like a little confusion here. Got to watch the play clock.
And now a run for Middlebrook. And it's a good one as he probes his way close to the first down marker. Thomas Anderson wraps him up. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short. Middlebrook now 10 carries, 74 yards.
Got the whole playbook open right here. I'd imagine they are in 2-down territory. Just give it to Middlebrook. Let them get the first down, move the chains, get to the next play.
Flag.
Ball start. Offense. Number 55. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
And it looked like everyone but the center. They're saying hut. Everyone's moving. The center just snaps it late.
Now Mateo Guevara started the game at center. He's moved to guard. Aaron Alexander the center now, because Ellis Adams came off the field. He was hurt on that fumble, that high snap in the first half for Middle Tennessee. Vattiato on the draw. I don't know if it was a design draw. I don't think so. He's going to get a couple, and now it's 4th down.
Looked like confusion. No one on the offensive line really blocked. The running back doesn't move. But Middlebrook is there. He's supposed to, it looks like Middlebrook thinks it's a draw. Vattiato thinks it might be a quarterback draw, but you go from 3rd and 1 to now 4th and 4. And they're in go range. Anything 4th and 6 or less in this 40 to 40 range, they're going for it.
2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Option pitch, Middlebrook, and not going to get there.
They ran this same exact play on 4th and 3, speed option to the left in the red zone for a touchdown last week, and they try to do it here. The pitch is a little bit behind them. Credit to Missouri State. They watched the film. Bird Lloyd, middle linebacker, tracking him down. That is called film study. If you're at home in critical situations, Middle Tennessee likes to go zone option. Great play by Missouri State.
Bird Lloyd, what a story he is. Probably playing the best ball he has been playing in his career right now.
Oh, yeah.
1st down and 10. Deuce Bailey backpedaling. Hit, ball comes out, and it's covered up by the Bears near the 20-yard line.
They got lucky right there. Back-to-back snaps of fumbles for quarterback Deuce Bailey. They're bringing pressure off the edge, holding it down at his, by one hand. You're holding it down. The ball is not secured. You need 2 hands on the football in the pocket. And it's exactly what we talked about earlier, Clay, the ball security.
Anthony Bynum and D.R.A. McDonald forcing that fumble. So now 2nd and 30. Bailey in trouble again. That's going to be incomplete. Ball was coming forward. They're not going to blow the whistle. They're going to let it play out. Penalty flags now fly in. A couple on the near sideline. It was slapped out of bounds, but there's Anthony Bynum again creating havoc. That certainly looked like his hand was coming forward, Chase.
Absolutely, and it's back-to-back snaps from Middle Tennessee. of pressuring. They're not sitting back anymore. This is a completely different game plan than what we saw in the first half and really the whole game. But it does look like his hand is coming forward.
Well, they're going to have to sort this out.
The hand's coming forward, though. It's an incomplete pass, so the penalty wouldn't necessarily count.
It was ruled a fumble technically. They let the play out, but you know, I think that the replay is going to show that it was moving forward with the hand.
After an expedited review, the ruling on the field was changed to an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
Therefore, there is no foul for an illegal back. It's third down.
Blue Raiders bringing the pressure, heating them up. Parker Hughes off the edge. And then Bynum again, bringing him down. At least two hands on the football. Deuce Bailey tries to get rid of it. It's clearly an incomplete pass. So 3rd and 30. What's your play call here, Clay?
Well, that's something I'm supposed to ask you.
Let's go draw or screen.
Just set it up for Stuart McDonald, the punter. Try and protect this 6-point lead. It is going to be a draw for Bailey. He's got a little running room too. And then he takes a hit from his right side from Brendan Harris. It's an 11-yard gain. It'll be 4th down, and McDonald will walk out to kick it away.
That's not going to be a pretty play on the stat sheet, 11-yard run, but it switches field position. You get 11 more yards. You have a punter, maybe able to pin him deep, get a little room for your defense, which is about to be on the field.
Fourth punt tonight for McDonald. Middlebrook back to return for the Raiders, and this is going to drop at the 35 and take a Bears roll. Checks to the side inside the 30 at the 28. With 10 seconds to go in the third quarter.
It's been the quarter of defense, huh?
It really has. It's been a pretty good game defensively tonight for both sides. And now Middle Tennessee, we'll see if they can get the offense going. 278 yards of offense tonight. 207 of it has come through the air. And even at times when the running game has looked pretty good, especially Jakail Middlebrook, there have been series where they've completely went away from it.
You've doubled up your pass attempts, 33, 17 rush attempts, and I agree with you. I mean, you got a veteran back there in Vadiato, but Middlebrook is your best player on offense. Love to see you get him the football.
Good catch. First down, Miles Butler, a gain of 11. And that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Middle Tennessee down a touchdown. Go into the fourth. Weekday CUSA in Murfreesboro.
Middle Tennessee, we got 19-13 score. Missouri State with the lead. I'm here with Coach Mason. Coach Mason, what does your team need to do and what adjustments need to be made to get the lead back in the fourth?
You got to put the ball in the end zone. Defense has gotten stops. Okay, man, we've gotten good field position. Now what we got to do is score.
And how do you do that?
Well, I mean, we're going to take some shots. I mean, like the reality, of it is for us to bounce a running pass is good. But right now, man, we need to let our playmakers make some plays.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
First play of the fourth, Vadiato doing what he's been doing, and that's throwing the football. Gets it to his tight end, Tipton. Tipton has been a reliable receiver in this ballgame. In fact, the leading pass catcher tonight for the Raiders.
Finally,
move the chains.
A little tempo here at the line of scrimmage. Saw them have a good 2-minute drive where they're on the line. They don't do a lot of it, but when they do, they've been successful.
Sixth catch for Tipton. Now close to midfield. Now they go back to the ground. And Jakail Middlebrook, the sophomore from Atlanta. He'll get 5 on first down. So Middle Tennessee, their 3 prior drives here in the half, a turnover on downs, a punt, and another turnover on downs. It has been an inefficient offense in the second half.
Yeah, and when we talked to head coach Derek Mason this week, he said the fourth quarter, which is now, it's our time to finish. We've been outscored by 28 points in the fourth quarter, down 6 here on the move. This is the perfect time to start that.
Vattiato gets it to Cox. Cox has been underutilized tonight. I think that offensive coordinator Bodie Reeder would probably even say that to us. And maybe he's starting to realize they need to get it to Najee Cox, their go-to guy here at crunch time.
Absolutely. Only his second catch all game long. He plays that X receiver, the boundary right here. This is a perfect time one-on-one maybe to take a shot in that fringe field goal range.
After that 9-yard pickup, third down. See tonight it has not been fruitful on third down, but they're going to move the sticks here. Good second effort by Middlebrook, a gain of 2.
Just right up the middle. Really nice block too by tight end Hunter Tipton. And you can just see the raw strength and power of Middlebrook pressing forward.
First down and 10. The pass attempt here for Vattiato. Pumps. Now he's going to tuck it and just walk it out at the 40. A flag comes in. So a penalty.
Seems like every time in this game they get something going, penalty knocking them back.
This might be the first penalty against Missouri State tonight.
Defense, number 99. 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. This is number 99's first unsportsmanlike foul of the game toward disqualification.
Now the defensive tackle, Ryan Williams, he's a senior out of Houston. He got his hands up in the face of his opponent on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Yeah.
Can't do that when you're frustrated.
And so now it's a big break for Middle. First down and 10 from the 25 of Missouri State. They fake the end around. Vattiato has plenty of time. He's going to throw, looking for Middlebrook. Well covered. As Christian Ford had Middlebrook blanketed, and then he ran out of room along the sideline.
It's a really nice play. You're going to take Middlebrook, go to up the sideline right here, get the eyes in the backfield of Cam Lacey, and then, you know, Christian Ford just stays man-to-man. They're trying to get him the football, and Middle Tennessee State has not yet been to the red zone yet. So they're close to here.
Toss. Middlebrook. Hit at the waist and then dumped after a few-yard pickup. So here's a third and fairly long again. Thomas Anderson stepping up and putting a lick on Middlebrook there. So 3rd and 7, and this is a big play in this football game right now, Chase.
Yeah, and if I'm Vattiato, I'm looking at either Middlebrook or I'm looking at Najee Cox right here, one-on-one with this corner. Underutilized, only 2 catches so far. He is their go-to guy.
And a timeout, Missouri State.
Try to catch him with too many men on the field. Nice timeout by head coach Ryan Beard.
Ryan Beard was a star defensive back at Western Kentucky, was Bobby Petrino's defensive coordinator for 3 years before becoming head coach. His wife, Katie, of course, Bobby's daughter. His team right now leading by 6, but Middle Tennessee is on the march. Timeout, we're going to step aside. We're talking about Ryan Beard's extended family. His father-in-law, Bobby Petrino. His wife, Katie. Bobby's daughters. And how about L.D. Scott, the defensive coordinator for the Bears, also married to Petrino, Kelsey Petrino. So it's an interesting
look at that. I mean,
family photo there.
I wonder what Thanksgiving is like.
They talk a little football, watch a little football, I'm sure. 1913, Missouri State. As you look at Nick Petrino, Bobby's son, trying to hold on and get its first Conference USA win. But Middle Tennessee, after the timeout, is a big 3rd down and 7. You've been watching Major League Baseball or the WNBA postseason. This game's coming to an end, and we welcome you to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where it's a 6-point game. Weekday CUSA. Low snap. Nick Vattiato in trouble, and he's going to be sacked, but there are flags everywhere.
It's like a face mask right there. Well, Vattiato is slow getting up, too.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Number 50. Correction. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Boy, Derek Mason out on the field just chewing on the officials. Did not like how Mitchell Toney came in and practically dehorned Nick Vattiato.
Yeah, grabbing the face mask and turn. Oh, his left knee though is what I saw sort of buckle, and Derek Mason had to be held back. He was running out onto the field to protect his quarterback. Obviously, there was no bad intentions right there, but protecting your quarterback. Just a brutal penalty on 3rd down, too, to give him a new set of downs.
Now it looks like Vattiato is going to be okay. Well, and then he gets stepped on to boot.
Oh, man. Right in the groin.
Mitchell Toney, big defensive end, leads Missouri State in sacks and tackles for loss. He's been terrific tonight for this defensive unit for Missouri State, but that's a penalty that sets Middle Tennessee up at the 11-yard line. Down just a touchdown, down just 6 because of a missed extra point by Obeid earlier in this game. Screen. Najee Cox, no real estate. Thomas Anderson there. That's going to be a loss of 2. 2nd down.
And this has sort of been the Achilles heel is the red zone. They're only scoring on 71% of the plays down here, or down of the time, and that's 125th in the FBS. A lot of penalties, a lot of turnovers. This is the most important drive of the game. Let's see if they can settle it with a touchdown.
Veteran quarterback Nick Vattiato going against the true freshman quarterback Deuce Bailey tonight, making his first career start. Middlebrook, good run. Flag comes in. There was a seam up the middle, and now another flag as well. Boy, when Middlebrook has run tonight, he has run to daylight, and he has gotten there quickly. Now, this could be a hold. We'll see.
There are 2 fouls on the play, one against each team. Holding. Offense, number 50. Personal foul. Face mask. Defense, number 44. Those fouls offset. Replay 2nd down.
See, the hole is, and you're pretty much tackling the guy with your right hand. And then a face mask. Another face mask at the end grazes it. They're going to call that every single time. But going back to the red zone, this offense has thrown the ball way too much. Talking to offensive coordinator Bodie Reeder, they want to run the ball or pack it in tight and throw it outside. They like Hunter Tipton down here in these situations as well.
2nd and 12, slant to Cox. And he's going to be hit at the original line of scrimmage. Gets another yard beyond that. Pickup of 3. Jalen Brooks on the stop. So here's a 3rd down, arguably the biggest of the game for Middle Tennessee, and they have not been great on 3rd down tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get this, obviously, but, you know, it's a 6-point game. A field goal cuts it to a field goal game. You got a leader back there, a lot of experience, a lot of starts. Just don't put the ball in harm's way. And there's their #1 receiver, Isaiah Cox, the top of the screen.
11th play of the drive. Vattiato time to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Cam Lacey. Second touchdown catch tonight. And Middle Tennessee is an extra point away from taking the lead.
Nice work there. They double-teamed Najee Cox. And Cam Lacey right in the middle of the field throws an absolute BB right at his head. So good. They finally deliver in the red zone.
Huge extra point attempt here for Jacob Hathaway. 20-19, Blue Raiders. Cam Lacey wasn't even starting a few weeks ago. He has 2 touchdowns tonight, and Middle Tennessee has the lead on this Wednesday night.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Ram, official sponsor of the College Football Playoff.
Chase Daniel, I know you're geographically challenged. Now you know why they call it Middle Tennessee State. Because it's in the geographical center of the state of Tennessee.
Right here.
There's Cameron Lacey, 2 touchdown catches tonight, including the one that capped that 72-yard drive. Matches the longest scoring drive of the season for the Raiders.
And we circled Cox right there, and you see Cam Lacey right down the middle of the field. They end up double teaming the best receiver at Cox, and Cam Lacey just runs right through the middle of the defense untouched. Excellent read by Vattiato right there.
Returnable from the 6-yard line. Dash Luke. Good wiggle. Stays on his feet across the 30. Good return close to the 33-yard line. So how about this situation for Deuce Bailey, the true freshman, first career start, and now here he comes with 9 minutes and change on the clock, down a point. And we'll see what this kid can do.
Look at those numbers. Started 3 of 9, only 29 yards, and he's throwing the football down the field. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Methodically move the football down the field. Continue to use your legs. Continue to throw the ball down the field.
We're going to start this series on the ground. Shamari Lawrence, his 11th carry of the night. Give him 4 yards. He's over 60 yards rushing. Shakai Woods on the stop.
And a lot of times quarterbacks, especially young quarterbacks in this situation, they try to win the game on one throw because they haven't played a lot. This is Bailey's first start, right? And you just want to continue, if you're in his ear and you're Nick Petrino, hey, just one play at a time mentality. Don't try to get it all back.
2nd and 6. How about that mesh point? Boy, you thought Bailey was going to hand it off. He takes it away right at the last moment and runs for a first down.
Very last minute, just pulls it. I mean, it just got everyone, including the cameraman. Those fakes are always good when you're watching. Man, I got the cameraman. That's a good fake. But almost already in field goal range, just back-to-back runs.
It was Bailey's 16th carry tonight. Does have a rushing touchdown. Pumps. Now scrambling. Finds the tight end who can't make the catch, Jaron Askren. Had it and lost it.
That's something that I noticed on film last week from Deuce Bailey. When the pocket breaks down and he's having to scramble, he's inaccurate throwing the football on the run because he's running so fast. Something he's going to want back. He was wide open, but you know, we haven't talked a lot about their leading receiver, Dash Luke. Only 1 catch of the game. He's down here in the slot. Got to find different ways to get him the football and get this guy going because he is their best receiver.
Sliding up, and then Middle Tennessee surrounds the quarterback, Brandon Buckner, the former Oregon Duck. Gets home for the 4th sack tonight for this Middle Tennessee State defense.
Got to be careful with this ball security. Still one hand, if just a swipe on the ball right there by number 98, Shakai Woods. So close. 3rd and forever once again. Empty, looking at the sideline. Head offensive coordinator Nick Petrino's giving him a play.
Remember Jacob Clark out tonight, the veteran quarterback, a guy that I'm sure Ryan Beard would love to have on the field in a situation like this. It's in the hands of the freshman. Crossing route to Gardner, trying to strip a tackler, gets to midfield, and that's all. It'll be 4th down. There are flags on the play.
Number 58. The 15-yard penalty is added to the
Wow.
end of the run. Automatic first
What
down.
a critical time for a face masking penalty.
You stop them, and it's an actually really good open field tackle. And I mean, how many face masks have we seen in this last quarter? At least 3, and you just can't. That's a critical error right there by Corey Smith. You have him stopped. It's a great tackle on the true freshman Tristan Gardner. Already in field goal range.
6 penalties, 54 yards against the Blue Raiders tonight. So 1st down, caught. Nice move by Johnson. Inside the 15-yard line, ball is out. But Missouri State has it. It's recovered by Cash Hudson, the center, who was downfield on the play.
Ronald Johnson, nice little move back inside. Can't fumble it again. Looks like he's down as it's coming out, but this ball security has been an issue really for both teams tonight.
It's a gain of 20. Man, Nick Petrino's offense can respond here after Middle Tennessee took the lead. What a testament to this young quarterback running the offense here in his first career start. Tries to sprint to the outside. He's body slammed inside the 20. Alex Mitchell.
You need the WWE promo for this. Just get suplexed into the ground. Ball comes loose there too once he hits the ground, but what a nice drive.
John Cena would have liked
Hey,
that
there
play.
you go.
Yeah.
Now you see me, now you don't.
So 2nd and 13. Deuce Bailey lobbing it to the end zone. Looking for Blackstrain. Incomplete. McDonald was there defending. So it's 3rd down.
That was such a good throw and an even better play by McDonald, because James Blackstrain has this ball in his hands and he gets his left hand, McDonald, in to break it up. 3rd and forever. Okay, freshman, you have field goal. No mistakes. Don't run around, don't take a sack, you're close. Take some time off the clock.
Defensive coordinator Brian Stewart looking for this Blue Raiders defense to stand tall here. 3rd down and 13. Not going to get the 1st down. Dash Luke. He'll get it to the 12-yard line, 4th down. And here comes the kicking unit. And it hasn't been a terrific night for Yusuf Obeid. Missed a field goal early from 48 yards and also missed an extra point, but he has settled in, making 2 field goals since. And this attempt will be from 29 to put Missouri State back in front. Got it. Missouri State with 4:19 to go. Leads it by a deuce. ESPN College Football Prime Time presented by Ram Trucks. Clay Matvick, Chase Daniel. Victoria Arlen down on the sideline. How about that response by this Missouri State offense? 10 plays, 56 yards, and 4:45 to set up the 29-yard field goal for Obeid.
Yeah, Deuce Bailey and offensive coordinator Nick Petrino talking through some things, but they've done a really good job of getting on the same page. Sometimes as a freshman quarterback playing your first start, you don't know what calls Nick Petrino is going to handle or anything like that, but I thought they've done a good job all game long.
Saturday, SEC on ABC, college football triple header, and it's a dandy. Alabama, Missouri. Number 8 versus number 14 in Columbia. And then the Red River rivalry, Oklahoma and Texas. Sounds like John Mateer is going to try to give it a go at quarterback for the Sooners, Georgia and Auburn. And Gunnar Stockton, quarterback for Georgia. Starting to kind of round into form.
Arch Manning, John Mateer, that's the game I'm looking at. Obviously the Missouri game.
Arch Manning, we saw him a few weeks ago, and then takes a step back in the swamp.
Yep.
4:19 to go. Vattiato on target. Out to the 45-yard line. That is a first down catch for Cam Lacey, who has 2 touchdowns tonight, a career high. Give him 19 on that play.
Cam Lacey's quickly becoming Nick Vattiato's go-to receiver, just a crossing route, and he's track speed fast. Like, he is super fast, just running away from defenders. Nice start to the drive.
Middlebrook plows ahead for a few more. That's going to be a pickup of 4 yards, second down for Middle Tennessee. Remember, they have a weapon in Jacob Hathaway, an extremely good field goal kicker. Derek Mason trusts him from 50 plus. He said he'd run him out there from 60 yards away if he had to. So they don't need a lot to get into field goal range. Vattiato scrambling, and now he's just going to go down at the 50-yard line. Give him a yard and a half. As Sterling Smithson gets credit for the stop, so it's third down.
You have 2 timeouts, 3 minutes and counting on the clock. This is definitely 2-down territory. You need about 12 yards to get into field goal range for Hathaway. So you got 2 downs to get this. Don't have to necessarily put it in the air, but if you are, you're looking for Cam Lacey, who is now lined up in the backfield and is motioning out.
They need 4. Caught. And forward progress, first down. They needed 4. It's a 5-yard catch for A.J. Jones. First down, Middle Tennessee.
So time comes in here. Don't want to snap it before the 2-minute timeout, I don't believe. You have 2 timeouts left. Now you're still not in field goal range.
But they're starting to get close now.
The ruling on the field is a first down. The previous play is under further review.
Oh.
What'd you think?
Forward progress looked like he made it. It depends where the ball is, right? The ball has to be across the line. I thought he got it on first look, and the ball's clearly past the line. This should be an expedited review. Although the thing is, he catches it, but he bobbles, right? Does he bobble it there? Nope, he has it. That's I don't know. That looks to me like it's a first down.
I think A.J. Jones, it appeared that he was bobbling, but I actually think he was just trying to hold it away from his body to keep it away from the defender.
Exactly. At first look at live, I thought he bobbled it, but he was keeping it away from the defender, but it was going the opposite way. But when you make the catch point, you're clearly past.
One more look.
It doesn't look like he bobbles it, checking to maintain control.
After review, the ruling on the field of a catch and a first down is upheld.
Yeah.
So first down, Middle Tennessee with 2:15 to go, 2 timeouts. Blue Raiders, you know, it's been a tough go since Derek Mason has been hired. 4-13 as head coach at Middle. And they've lost 7 of their last 8 going back to last year, including 4 straight at home. Getting a win here tonight, anyway, anyhow, would be huge for him and his program.
Yeah, and they played a pretty solid game offensively. They've hurt themselves a little bit on defense and special teams with the penalties.
And it hasn't been pretty at times. Oh, Middlebrook gets out of a tackle. And then he is chewed up inside as a flag comes in. Maybe another face mask.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, penalties have just been an enemy for Missouri State here in the second half.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 91. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Junior Tim Brantley.
And that is an absolute backbreaker because without even running a play, see 91 right there. Looked like he got the jersey and then pulled down the face mask, but you cannot touch the face mask. Obviously now you go from a 5-yard loss to within field goal range. So if you're Missouri State here, you got to think about, well, as we get the 2-minute timeout, but using timeouts after.
Middle Tennessee has the momentum, but Missouri State has the lead with 2 to go. Murfreesboro, weekday CUSA, and we've got a dandy here late. 2 minutes to go. Middle Tennessee on the move at the Missouri State 30-yard line. Down 2. And that's going to be a loss of 1. Cooper Roy, the Sam linebacker, shooting in. And a timeout called for by the Bears.
Really nice play off the edge. On the bottom of your screen, just comes in unblocked, and Cooper Roy just runs down Middlebrook. And I like the clock strategy here from Missouri State. Obviously calling a timeout, knowing that Middle Tennessee State is in field goal range.
Let's see what's at stake. Missouri State, you know, they're new to the FBS, trying to win their first ever CUSA game as a member of this conference. And Middle Tennessee trying to win its first game in the conference this year. And it's been a while since they won a conference home opener. Not since 2021. Second down and 11. Already inside of field goal range for Hathaway. Middlebrook. He's hit behind the line again, and this time it's Kanye Young. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Third down.
Haven't called his name at all. He's a leading tackler. Kanye Young comes right through the middle of the offense. Nice stop. They're making this field goal as hard as possible. Obviously going to keep this ball on the ground if you're Middle Tennessee State. And then you're going to kick it with about 1:05 or so left. So Missouri State will have the chance to get the football back if the field goal is good.
But they're going to be out of timeouts. That was the last one spent.
That's what I'm saying. With the play
Ryan
clock
Beard.
at 40,
Yep.
they're going to kick the field goal about 1:05. And then Missouri State, no timeouts. See what happens.
We told the story of Hathaway earlier. Jacob Hathaway, he's an intriguing young man from Wales. First year of college football. Former soccer player, has a chance possibly to be a hero tonight. This is third down.
Changing the play, didn't like what they saw.
Vattiato to the tight end, Tipton. And he is cut down at the line, no gain. Dylan Dixon, the nickelback, on the stop. And so now it's fourth down.
I am seriously surprised that they ended up throwing the football. A batted pass, an errant throw, completely stops the clock. But they look like they're going to take it all the way down to about 1:03. Call a timeout and kick it. Exactly what I was talking about earlier. So comes down to the leg of Jacob Hathaway from Wales. Looks pretty calm. I don't know if I'd be as calm lining up for a game-winning kick.
And Middle Tennessee uses a timeout. Hathaway tonight is hit from 45 and 41. And this time he is going to be kicking into the north end zone. There is a little bit of wind coming into his face, but I mean, he has been solid tonight. He has been solid all season. This will be well within his range. Now the first kick of the night going into this end zone.
The pitching wedge, right?
Yeah, it was like a 9-iron.
Barely gets through.
He kind of popped it up, but it did go through.
I will say the wind has died down looking at the flags. So early in the game there was a little bit of wind.
This will match his career high. Derek Mason feels comfortable with this guy from long range, trying to put Middle Tennessee ahead here late in Murfreesboro. The kick on the way, and it is no good.
The kick is no good.
And Missouri State's going to get the football with a chance to run out the clock.
And the operation was clean. The hold and the snap, but it looks like after, watch Jacob Hathaway go down, acts like he's getting hit. Laces are out. Plant leg good, almost gets blocked by corner Thomas Anderson. Asking for a running into the kicker, but clearly it was not.
Ryan Beard and the Bears, Missouri State, first year in Conference USA. They're going to get their first conference win as members of the FBS. The dynamic play of the game presented by T. Rowe Price. And what a night it's been for Deuce Bailey. First career start. That touchdown pass to Ronell Johnson in the corner. And you can see the confidence from that point on just really starting to resonate for the young man.
Yeah, started a little slow, which was to be expected. Got hit a little bit and then finished really strong. You see right there Nick Petrino saying, hey, this is how you take a knee. You saw the under center snap earlier. Gotta imagine, are you gonna put him in pistol here? Maybe, to do it. And they are smart. So we saw the under center snap, fumbled. So cut into their rushing numbers, but an excellent game, just all the way across. You know, getting thrust into a game in the second half of that's hard on any, you haven't practiced any plays. You don't know what this offense is. You're coming in and running Jacob Clark's offense. So they have 11 full days to pretty much install a new offense. Talking to, you know, offensive coordinator Nick Petrino, and the dude came out and absolutely, I mean, just was really no turnovers either, right? Like I'm impressed.
And now you have 2 weeks before the next game. Missouri State doesn't play again for 14 days at New Mexico State. Plenty of time to get the veteran Jacob Clark healthy, you would think, depending on the severity of that left knee injury. But certainly they have confidence in Deuce Bailey. If Clark can't go, he gets the win, leading Missouri State to their first ever Conference USA victory. Look at the hug he gets.
Oh, that's awesome.
From the 7th-year senior Jacob Clark, who has been his mentor to help get him ready for this start. 22-20, the final. As the Bears are now 1-1 in the league, 500 overall at 3-3, and will go on a long bye. And Hathaway, what a story he's been. Kicker had a chance to be the hero in his first year playing American football, but he hooked it. And Middle Tennessee has now lost 5 straight at home, going back to last year. Let's go down to Victoria.
All right, Coach. Deuce Bailey, first career start, huge win. How impressed were you by your young freshman quarterback?
I love the kid. I've loved him since he was a youngster. We grew up kind of in the same area. I've had my eye on him for a long time, and that right there is why. He's got resolve. He understands what it takes to win, and he got it done.
Now, speaking of getting it done, all right, you talked about settling him down and getting the offense as well. How were you able to do that and get the win?
Yeah, I think we just had to simplify it for him a little bit. And as you could tell, not a clean game. We did everything we could to give it away. But, again, as a team, we talked all week. Just go get a win.
Well, you got the win, the first win for Conference USA. How does it feel?
That's right. It's a great time to be a Bear. Nowhere but up for here.
All right, you heard it from the best. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. Go Bears.
All right, Victoria, thank you very much. How about it? Weekday CUSA is back. What a great way to start week 7 here in college football. 22-20, Missouri State winners on the road here tonight in Murfreesboro. For Chase Daniel and Victoria Arlen and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Clay Matvick. We hope you enjoyed it. 22-20 the final. So long for Middle Tennessee.